Sometimes I shake my legs and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair and sometimes I won't. Depends on how the wind blows. I might even paper towels. It really just depends on whatever feels good in my soul. I'm not the average girl from the video. I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. Not the average girl from the video. Worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. But no matter what I'm wearing, I will always be the ordinary. When I look in the mirror, the only one there is me. Every freckle on my face is where it's supposed to be. And I know I created it, I know I created it to make no say so. My feet, my thighs, my hips, my eyes, I'm loving what I see. I'm not the average girl from the video. I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learn to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. And my last name, cause I don't wear many hoes. My mama said a lady ain't what she wears, but what she knows. But I'm drawing a conclusion, it's all illusion. Confusion's the name of the game. Misconception, mass deception. Something's gotta change. Don't be offended, this is all in my opinion. Ain't nothing that I'm saying long. This is the true confession of a life learned lesson I was sent here to share with y'all. Now it ain't where you're feeling, go on and shine. Ease your mind, now's the time to shout on your show. Go ahead and love yourself, cause everything's gotta be alright. Not the average girl from the video. I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. You know I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. You know no matter what I'm wearing, I will always be the Hey y'all. Welcome to the live. Come on in the room. Hey, Miss Valerie. Hey, Shells, loves. How y'all doing today? Thank y'all for coming in. We're going to get started in a minute. I'm going to see if a couple more people going to come in. Hey, California girl. Hey, boo. Thanks for coming to the live. I appreciate y'all support, y'all. So this live is basically going to be a story time and then, an open chat. So I'm going to do story time and then we'll just chat it up after that, and just see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how it goes, I may drop the link and, who knows. But I'm going to start out with the story time. In just a few minutes here. After I run my little favorite thing to run, y'all, and y'all know what that is, I'm going to come right back with this story time. And start the live. Here we go. Can y'all hear me? I think I got my, because when I just played that 30, I didn't hear it. I usually can hear it. Do I have the sound down or something maybe? Let me see. Oh, I do. So y'all can hear me. I just couldn't hear it. Okay. Hey, California girl. Hey, Ebony Majesty. Welcome, welcome. Coupon, I thought about the name Clippers for your channel. What you think? Clippers is good. I like that. So that's the fourth one. So we had Couponistas. We had therapists. Now we got Clippers. And there was Shopaholics. Those are the four that we got so far. I've been thinking about it, but I haven't had a lot of time to think about it. I ain't gonna lie. Excuse me, because I was freaking on YouTube yesterday and I had to work today. So that's what I've been kind of doing that. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to get started. I want to tell y'all, like I said, it's going to be a story time / open chat / we'll see how it go. So, y'all, my mother absolutely hates hospitals and doctors, okay? And she'll do whatever she can do, what she has to do to not go to the to a doctor, to the hospital or whatever. However, she was at home and she lives in a different city than I do. She was at home and she was feeling so bad. It got to the point where she was feeling so bad. It must have scared her because she called me and said that she wanted to go to the hospital, but she didn't want to call the ambulance because my mom is spoiled, right? Let's just get that out the way. Now I'm about 2 hours, 2.5 hours away from her. So I'm like, okay, Mom, I'll drive. I'll come down there and take you to the emergency room because I was off work. So me and my husband, we drive down and I go to her house. I get her all together, pack her her little personals in case they keep her and all that because she was pretty weak. So I was suspecting that she had pneumonia because she always gets pneumonia. She always, she gets chronic pneumonia. And that's why she was so weak, right? So we get to the hospital and this was at the height of COVID too, right? So mind you, everybody's all nervous. I don't want to go to no emergency room during COVID, okay? Because people was hacking, people was sick. They all slumped down in the chair. I mean, people were really sick at this time at these hospitals. But anyway, it's my mom. I know I got to take her. So I get her together. Mind you, after driving all the way from my home to there to take her to the hospital. And mind you, and she only wanted me to take her because my whole family is there. I live somewhere else, but my brothers and sisters and her brothers and sisters, I'm from there. My family's there. So anybody could have actually took her to the hospital. Let's get that out the way. But anyway, I did it. I go down there. We get to the hospital. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't even want to breathe the air. You understand? So I'm like, I hope they hurry up and get her back to a room. I can't be out in this waiting room with these people. And mom is so weak. She's I had got a wheelchair for her when we put up. So she's even slumped over in the wheelchair. I'm looking at all these people. I'm like, oh my goodness. Everybody slumped over, right? So after, it took a long time, y'all. And it seemed like
Everybody that wanted to cough and hack up and all that wanted to come stand over there where we were. I kept moving, but the waiting room is only so big. Like, pretty soon I was gonna be out the door. Of course, I had my mask on and everything, but still, these people were sick, and they all seemed, I don't know what they had, but they all were like weak, lethargic, coughing, that type of thing. So finally, after hours of sitting out there, they get her back to a room. So they start running tests and everything, and she's all like, "Oh, I feel so bad," and she's happy to be there, right? Because she had to be in bad shape because my mom never wants to go to the hospital. So I'm like, "Cool, this time it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good," because I she escaped from somewhere else too, and I'll go into that after this. But I'm thinking, okay, this time it's gonna be good. She feels bad, she wants to be here. She knows she needs to be here. So boom, ain't gonna be no problem. So she's in the emergency room. They run tests, they take, all the standard stuff, and they're like, well, you got pneumonia, and so we want to keep you, of course, because we want to aggressively, give you the treatment, steroids, antibiotics, and all that stuff, right? Well, she's still feeling bad. So up to this point, she's like, yes, yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm cool. Just help, she just wants to really just feel better. So they start her meds and everything, and we're sitting there and hey y'all, hey Onyx Blue. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing I'm doing a story time, and then we'll go into an open chat. If I missed anybody, my bad. So um where was I at? Okay, yeah. So she's up in her room now. They finally get her up into a room, and she's still with it. No, we're still in the emergency room, and when they start the medications and stuff, and she's like, okay, yes, I'll stay. She's all compliant and everything because she was weak, and all that. So they a couple more hours go by, mind you, in this hospital, and I'm with you, Miss Valley. I was paranoid as heck, because it looked like everybody in that hospital was sick, and I work in the medical field, but during the height of COVID, I was blessed enough to not have to be doing it in a hospital. Okay, so anyway, so after a couple hours, she finally gets a room. They get her up to her room. We go up there. She's still a little weak. It's starting to get dark. I'm like, okay, cool. She'll probably rest for the rest of the night because she's finally starting to, you know, calm down and relax and kind of get out of distress. So the medicines they gave her, and they said she was dehydrated. So they had been giving her IV fluids for a couple hours. So she was starting to feel better. And so it's like, okay, cool. This is good. I'm like, okay, mom. When visiting hours was over, it was during COVID and they were real strict. They really didn't want nobody in there, period. But they were real strict about the visiting hours and they wouldn't let you stay overnight. So, but they did let me stay till about 10 o'clock at night. Mom said, I'm like, how you feeling all right? Yeah, I'm feeling real good. About 10. She said, I'm great. I'm great. Go to sleep. And my body ain't aching as bad as it was because they had started the treatment for the pneumonia. Oh, sorry, y'all. I think I had something hitting up against the computer. I'm sorry about that noise. Um, she so cool. I'm like, all right, mom, I'm gonna go to your house, and I'll be back in the morning, you know. And So, and before I left, even her appetite came back. So I asked them, I know visiting hours is over, but if I go get her something to eat, would I, can I bring it back up? They said, yeah. She wanted some chicken. So I went and got her some chicken and all that. Man, and she's a good. She was playing it off good. I'm like, cause mom, I'm like, you sick, you have to stay in this hospital. Okay, okay. All this, all that. So I go get the chicken. She eats her chicken. Before she's dozing off before I leave. So I leave. I give her a kiss. I leave. Then so I go to. I drove down with my husband, and so I went back to my mom's house where my husband was. So we're there. It's already like I left there at 10, so it's already late. When I get back to my mother's house. So I shower and everything and get us something to eat, and then we just kind of kick back watching TV in the living room for a little while until we ready to go lay down. So we go lay go into my into the other room and we ready to go to bed and you know we go to sleep. We knocked out. I'm talking about as soon as I get into a deep sleep, I thought that I was dreaming, right? Because I don't know. It was just so surreal because I had been so tired from being up, and driving because I had worked that night and I just went ahead and drove through. So I was so tired. Soon as I get good into a sleep, I hear bam, 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 bam. I'm like, what in the world? Who is knocking on the door? Like like my mom will have visit. What is going on? So I tapped my husband. I said, babe, do you hear that? And he's real sleepy. And he's like, hear what? Hear what? And I'm here they go. Bam, 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 bam. I said, Dad. And he's like, yeah, I hear that. And I'm like, oh my God. And then they banged again. Bam, 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 bam. I'm like, who? It's like they was, just it was like something was hitting the door. Bam. I'm like, are they trying to break the door down? So my husband, he gets up. I get up. I put my robe on. Uh he get grab his because he's concealed carry. He grabbed his weapon, and I'm like, oh my God, because we don't live there. I'm there all the time, and I'm from there, but I now my mind is just doing all kind of things with this door bamming like that, right, honey? So he walking out. I said, slow down, baby. Hold on. Don't go, don't go up too fast. Let's creep up there. So he creeping. I'm creeping behind him. Bam, bam, bam. You said you bam, 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 bam. And I'm looking in my mom's at the door, and then I'm looking like, how can I peek out? Because she don't have no peephole in her door, in the front door. But I'm like, how can I look out and without opening this door or see anything and see who this is? Because at this time, the situation is getting pretty contentious. Because shit, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and you bamming on my mother's like I don't know what's going on, y'all. So my mom got this window um sitting off on the side, not directly by the door. So I'm like, damn, where I'm gonna go? I creep over there. My husband's standing there. He's standing there ready, right? He's standing off to the side. And then I get all paranoid and because he's standing in the front of the door. I'm like, baby, you don't know who that is. What if they shoot through the door? They can shoot straight through you. You standing right in front of the door. I mean, he was tripping, right? He like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So he goes to the side, so he moves away from the front of the door, but kind of like if it opens up, he would be kind of behind it but could still see. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look out this window. I said, hold on, be quiet. So I creep over, being real quiet, and I try to peek through the curtains. And on the one side, I couldn't really see; it kind of cut off. So I'm like, dang. I go to the other side. I look out the window, and I'm like, well, what the hell? And I see somebody standing there, but it looked like they got this thing, something, something tall, because I can't really see. It was like a shadowy figure. But I'm like, what the hell is that? And it looked like the person had a dress on or something. So I'm like, that must be some woman. Why would some woman be knocking on my mom's door? So I said, baby, it's some lady. And he was like, some lady, and uh, he said, forget it. We'll just ask who it is. So I creeped back up to the door. I said, who is it? You know, y'all know how us black folks do when we don't know who's on the other side of the door, and we toughen up. We'll be like, who is it? We'll be like, who is it? Let them know you mean business behind that door, honey. So I'm like, who is it? And all I hear is something like, me, real. I'm like, huh? Me? I said, who is me? It's me. I'm like, I can hardly hear the person. The voice is real raspy. And it's like, me, you know, like they're winded. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is me? And then my husband was like, that sound like your mom. I said, that ain't my mom. We just let my mom's in the hospital. Like, come on now, don't stop tripping. He said it does. I said, fuck it, just open the door. He's sitting there like I'm like, if anything happened, you ready. But child, we opened the door. And why is my mom sitting there with one of her porch chairs in front of the door? Because I guess she was standing there for so long she had got tired because she had pneumonia, right? So she's sitting in the chair with an IV in her arm and the IV pole right next to it. You know the IV pole that be in the hospital? Now, imagine all the things that went through my head when I seen that. I just like my brain almost short circuited because I was like, what the hell? Because listen, it ain't that she just came home in the hospital gown, honey, and the hospital socks. It's that the whole fucking IV pole is with her. And I was like, what? How did you leave the hospital with the whole IV pole? Um, and how did you get here, ma'am? And she's like, help me in the damn house. I don't want to hear your mouth about nothing. I'm going to my room. I said, oh, no, Miss Missy. You ain't just about to go to your room after that. Like you just about to go to your room. Just help you in, you go to your room. You got some explaining to do, Miss Lady. Cause I'm confused. What is going on? You got the hospital's IV. Are they looking for you? Do they got a warrant out for your arrest? Now, what the hell is going on? Honey? And she like, and how did you get here? She said that she called an Uber, honey. I said, Mama, you don't even know how to do no Uber. You don't have the Uber app on your phone. She said that somebody ordered her Uber. Somebody like who? Somebody like who? And you was in the whole hospital bed. How did you get out of the hospital room? And how did you get out with the IV pole and all that? Child. So she goes to tell me, no. I just went downstairs. I got up and I had my IV pole with me, and somebody was walking by. I said, somebody like who? A nurse, a tech, a patient care tech, or who? I don't know. They had on a uniform, and I just asked them if they could help me downstairs. If they could help me downstairs so I could go smoke. So you could go smoke. Yeah, she said, yeah, it's my right to go smoke. I'm in my right mind or whatever. And if I wanted to go downstairs, I could go downstairs and smoke. So uh the gentleman helped me onto the elevator. I said, with the IV pole? Yeah. I said, so he helped you down to the smoking area. He said, no, he just helped me get on the elevator. And then once I got down to the floor. All I had to open the elevator and you walk right outside because I guess she went through the way the emergency room is set up. When you come down from the main hospital, you come down to the emergency room and it's like the elevators open up and you literally just kind of walk straight in a slight turn and you go out, you go out the entrance, right? And I'm like, so even nobody, you walk through the emergency. Baby, are you calling me? No. You walk through the emergency room entrance and did nobody say nothing. So she said, well, maybe they thought I was going to smoke. I said, well, but then what was you thinking? Because even you had somebody walk you downstairs, you realize what time of morning this is, and then how did you expect that you was going? What was you gonna do? How did you suspect that you was going to leave once you got outside? It ain't like your car's here or anything like that. And look what time of morning it is. You don't know how to call no Uber. Guess what she told me, y'all? Because see, the thing is, where she lives at, it's that the downtown of the city, and it's a lot of hospitals, the university hospital in that area. So she's probably about it's not really far from her house. I'm gonna say 6, 7 blocks from her house, the hospital that she was in. Uh yeah, maybe 5 or 6 blocks. However, in her condition, like you had double pneumonia in your lungs, you were dehydrated, she had a blood clot, just all kind of stuff going on. But the thing is, once they got them fluids in her and they shot up with them steroids, and she hates hospitals anyway, she got to feeling better. She was like, "Shoot, I'm out of here." Once she started feeling better, even though she it wasn't fully treated, honey, she was tripping. And I said, "Well, how did you get an Uber?" So she said, "Well, I walked out the entrance, and a little bit away from the entrance is a bench, and I was sitting on the bench, and this nice man came out, and he was smoking, and I told him I was trying to get home, but I didn't, I was trying to call you, and nobody was answering. I said, you didn't try to call me because I wasn't gonna come and get you. I was gonna call the nurse and have them come and find your butt." And she was like, "Well, anyway, I didn't have my I could I since y'all took my cell phone, oh," I said, "Ain't nobody took your cell phone. Your cell phone's in your bag, and you just don't have your charger." So then she says, "Well, anyway, um, I was telling him that I was trying to get home, and he was nice enough to say that he would call me. All I had to do was give him my address. I don't know how to do that kind of thing, but I gave him my address, and voila, here I am." I said, "Voila, here I am." No, this was not Valerie. You would think it was a long time ago. This was not a long time ago. This was during COVID. I don't know how she got out of that hospital with the IV, sitting outside with an IV pole. And then, even furthermore, when the person who picked her up in the Uber, I was just so many confused. I had so many questions. Like, so the person who pulled up for the Uber didn't realize that you had to stick a whole IV, because the IV pole is adjustable, right? They have the ones that are adjustable, and hers wasn't sticking, like it wasn't all the way high up. So, you know, it was down some. I said, so you had to stick a whole IV pole in the back of this man's car or this woman's car, and then nobody questioned you about nothing. Ain't nothing. I mean, nothing. And so what? You just left, and then the crazy part about it was the hospital. I'm her medical power of attorney. The hospital hadn't even called me yet to let me know that my mom was not in her room. I know she ain't in her room at the hospital because she's standing right here in my face in her room in her house with a whole IV pole. I'm telling you, it was not and it wasn't that long ago. This was uh last summer. COVID was real bad down there. That they had a real bad spike at the time. I remember it. No, this was in the summer because it was warm. It wasn't even cold outside. Because she came home in a hospital gown, and you know them socks that they give you, them the blue, yellow, them socks. That's what she had on. Luckily, she had a t-shirt on under her gown and some she did have some underwear on, but that was it. And they still hadn't even called me. Matter of fact, I ended up having to call them to tell them that my mom had left the hospital with the IV pole. So I don't know, and so my mom half me like I was like, "Mama, you is crazy," but the other half, considering the fact that she actually got out of there with the IV pole, and y'all still haven't called me to let me know, means that y'all not checking on her like y'all should. Because I work in the medical field. I know in hospitals you're supposed to you round every hour. One Either the PCT, they rotate. The nurse round 1 hour, the PCT round the next hour. So everybody rounds every 2 hours, but the patient, especially in the condition that my mom was in. Honey, as soon as she got better, she got up through. I was too outdone. I was too outdone. Uh-huh. I don't yeah, they must have been asleep. But see, my mom, she's real clever, honey. But I mean, from her story, she didn't really have to do that much. All she did was left the room, went to the elevator, and somebody helped her on the elevator. And then somebody else was nice enough to order, a total stranger ordered her an Uber. But I'm saying nobody asked her why she got this IV pole, the IV still in her arm, and the IV pole. It was just really strange. I said, you know what? You can't make this shit up. That's my mom. My mom is funny. I have a lot of funny. I've had a lot of funny times with my mother. But this is how she's spoiled rotten, and it's like the older she gets, the more crazy her antics get. That's my baby girl. Hey, Petty Blue. Yeah. So, mind you, so when I call them and tell them that my mom is here and she has her whole IV pole and the IV still in her arm, they're like, well, you have to bring her back so that we can get do. I bet I don't. If y'all want this fucking IV pole tonight, y'all be coming over, sending somebody coming over here to get it and unhook it your damn self. As sleepy as I am, she done already done beat the door half down. I ain't had no sleep. They didn't let her go smoke. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who it was she called. The real staff, like you said, must have been not on their job. So whoever she was asking to let her down, because they do have a smoking area, you know what I'm saying? And you're an adult. So in hospitals that they can tell you, but if you're physically able to get down there, ain't nothing they can do to stop you from going to get some air. You know what I'm saying, legally, because it's a hospital, it's not jail. So yeah, she and I'm like, and so they said, ever had hospitalized, I never could get rest from the constant being in the room. Yeah, you can't rest in the hospital, really. But I mean, I don't know that you're supposed exactly. Everybody says that, but clearly they hadn't rounded on my mom in a while because they didn't even know she was gone. I literally called to her nurse's station and told them. And they're like, well, bring her back in because she has that IV, and the IV pole has to come back anyway. Plus, we don't, we usually have to monitor when she's on. Clearly, you wasn't monitoring anything, and it was a bag of saline, right? And it was a bag of saline. That's all it was, child. And like I said, I work in the medical field. I unhooked the dang on IV, took the IV out her hand, put that damn IV pole in the corner until in the morning, and told them, if you want this IV pole tonight, you'll be maybe you can get the same, maybe y'all can call the same Uber man who brought her here with the goddamn IV pole. Maybe y'all can get that same man and ask him to come pick this damn IV pole back up. Okay? Yeah, yeah, they was worried about the IV pole. And then I got to telling them about it, and see they sometimes people they when I so the next day I go and talk to them. I said, you're supposed to be keeping my mom safe, and they go, and guess what they hit me with? Well, um she's grown, and we're a medical facility. That's where I got that they're not a jail. We're not a jail. People can leave at their own will at any given time if they're physically able and mentally, with it. Then they can leave at their own time. So there would have been nothing we could do about it at all. No, don't try to put that back. Y'all was not watching. Y'all was not watching my mother, and she didn't leave like a AMA against medical advice because y'all have some them sign something and y'all take the IV out. Y'all wasn't watching her, and she simply, escaped. Yeah, so a lot of our hospitals had the visitation stop for a long time. Yeah. So y'all, that is crazy. So that was my mom. So basically, the next day I did end up, so they ain't send the Uber man back to get the IV pole. I ended up taking the IV pole back. Hi, baby. Where'd you get from the store? Steaks. Okay. My mother was my mother is 64. This just happened this past summer, so she'll be 65 coming up. Or no, 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 no. Yeah, 64. Where's mom? She might be 63. Lord. Let's see. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think she's 64. No, 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 she is 64. So yeah, and she did admit herself. I took her to the emergency room. You know how you go into the emergency room and sign in, and then they did her assessment, and then they got, yeah, they were responsible for her. But they tried to go, to kind of get out of it, be a scapegoat and say that, well, we can't keep anybody against their will, and so our patients are always, able to leave AMA. And I'm like, that is not what this is. That is not what this is. And as sick as my mom being, y'all don't know if she's having, a touch of amnesia or anything. But to further add to this story, come to find out why she was so tripped out, because what she kept telling me when she got there, she was telling me all this stuff that there was rats, that she ended up leaving out the room like that, because it was rats in the corner of her room, and that um she was hearing rats all in the walls. She was basically hallucinating. Now let me tell you why she was hallucinating, because of morphine. But when I took her in, I explained to them that it is in her files that she is not to have morphine. She has a bad reaction to morphine. Well, lo and behold, after I left, guess what they gave her? I guess night shift want to knock everybody out, and they must didn't look in the file good enough, and they gave her morphine. So therefore, she started tripping and being paranoid and all that, and so that's what propelled her, even in her sickly state with double pneumonia, to walk out that room. and and she wasn't thinking straight, because like I said, her walking out the room, she didn't have no idea how she was going to get home. She said she was going to walk. That's how good, like them steroids, after she had been, by that time I think she was on them for like 12 hours, steroids and antibiotics and all that stuff. She'd had a few breathing treatments, so she was feeling like she was a new woman, when in reality she was still sick, because she ended up in the hospital again for the same reason, because she left without properly being treated. But this time, I didn't take her back to that hospital. Clearly, that's the worst hospital down there. And so this leads me to my next sex part of this story, right? So she comes home and she's like, "I feel good. I feel fine. I feel fine." And since I was down there, we end up seeing a couple days. Well, the day I got ready that I was going to leave, she calls me up. She feels bad all over again. Because, of course, because you have double pneumonia. It's going to be, her body's aching, her ribs are hurting, all of this stuff. And I'm like, "Mom, I told you." "Oh, well, I don't want to, it ain't about what you told me. That don't change the fact that I'm sick right now." "Okay, Mom. Okay. Okay." So I go, I go get her. But this time I take her to uh, out of it, and which I take her way out into the suburbs, which is crazy that we have to do that. The care is so much different. Trust me, I know this. So I take her out to, and mainly because her a lot of her specialist doctors and her primary care doctor is through that network anyway. But they got one close to her house, but it's trash because it's in the inner city, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I take her out to the suburb hospital, to that location. I take her out there, she gets in instantly. They hook her, they start hooking her up, giving her all the stuff. She starts feeling good. But she ended up having some digestive problems. So they thought. But come to find out, she ended up having a a bowel occlusion. She had a tear in her bowel, and it was starting to make her septic, because bowel was leaking out into her blood system, right? So they're like, "Oh, we gotta go in and fix that. We gotta do surgery." "Oh, I don't want to have surgery." So, but we talked to her, me and my brothers and sisters, and we're like, you're gonna be septic. You're gonna die, because basically waste is being put into your bloodstream and free flowing inside of your body because your bowel is leaking. "Okay, okay, okay, I'll do it." And so she had the surgery, and um when unfortunately one of her lungs collapsed during surgery, and she had to be intubated. So they put her on a ventilator, after the surgery. And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is been crazy. She's gonna kill me," because this is her main thing. "I won't go to them hospitals. They make you worse. They make you worse." So I'm praying. I'm like, "Oh goodness." So she finally comes to, and they, are able to take the tube out. and all of that. But she's real, she's real weak, and I'm like, Mom, you was really sick, and da da da. Da." So that that stay, because after she left the hospital, she ended up being in the hospital for about 6 weeks, right? She couldn't escape from this one though, because she was sick. She was too weak to try to pull pulling these stunts or anything, honey. So anyway, so then after the 6 weeks, the social worker calls me. It's like, okay, your mom is getting ready for discharge, but she's been in the bed for 6 weeks, so she'll need extensive rehab right afterwards for her lungs, because she's prone to pneumonia and she's been laying down. She'll need to, what a plethora of reasons why when people get discharged from the hospital and they need rehabilitation, right? So they wanted to go to a rehabilitation nursing facility. So my mom's like, first she's like, no, 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 I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I ain't going no nurse. I can do it at home. I can do it at home. I can do it at home. And I'm like, Mom. So me, my brothers, and my sisters, we like, listen, this is what, and I'm her medical power of attorney. And but and she was lucid sometimes, and sometimes she was out of it. And I don't know if that was the medication or what. But so I'm like, Mom, we have to do this. And so you don't need to go home right now. I got to go home and get back to work. There's not going to be anybody there with you. You need to allow them to rehab you the right way. No, no, no. So finally, this how slick she is. She realized that we would, we wasn't gonna give up, honey. In the oven. What you said is the steak is where? Oh, it's cooking. Well, you can make. I am now. Um. So finally, she realizes. Okay, cool. She tells them. She tells us, okay, I'll go to the rehab. She even suggested a couple of them, right? So we get with the social worker and we get with all the teams, and we get it set up for her to go to this rehab facility for temporarily, so she could rehab, so that when she goes back home she can continue to be independent, or whatever. And if she can't, they'll be able to assess her needs, if she needs aid or whatever, honey. um so we okay, yes, I'm going. We get it. I said, I'm gonna have all your stuff. I'll go get her all new underclothes and all shirts and all this kind of stuff. Make sure she has that to take with her and all that. Because I'm like, just in case the day they transfer you, I'm back at home and I'm not here. But I was going, like, I would work my 3 days and then directly leave and then be there for 4 days and then come back and back and forth. So okay, okay, I will. So the day they go to transporter, I was in town. So cool. They do their thing to transfer. I bring the transportation little ambulette thing, and I followed them to the facility. We get her in her room. Everything's all good. She's like, "Oh, I'm just so tired. But it's only like 5 o'clock in the evening. But she had a long day. She had been moving around. What is that, baby? Okay, sorry about that, y'all. She she said, "Oh, I just want to lay down, da da da. I get everything." And I'm like, "Mama, I can get everything set up in your room now and put all this stuff." No, 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 no. Just leave my bags. I'm tired and I just want some quiet. Okay. I said, "Well, I love you," and I told her my sister would come the next day because I had to leave because I had to be at work the next day. But I told her, okay, since you don't want me to set it up, that I'll have my sister will come in the morning and get everything together. Okay, okay, okay. I love you. I love you too. Oh, good. We leave. I talk to the nurses. We leave. We get on the high. I go lock her stuff up, put my stuff in the car. We get on the highway. I'm talking about an hour within me driving home. All I get this call, hello, and all I hear in the background is, "You can't tell me what to do. Uh, this ain't no. I'm not locked up in jail. I can do what I want to do. I'm free to leave my own for real." It's the director of nursing of the nursing home. Hey, your mom is here. She's got then got her bags at the front door, and somebody's here to pick her up. And she's trying to get in their car and leave. And I'm telling her that she needs to stay here and blah blah blah. And my mom's all in the background. I'm not. I'm grown. I don't know what you're calling her for. That's my daughter. She can't tell me what to. She went complete black mom on them. Okay, like you can't tell me what to do, child. So long story short, uh, and they were like, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Well, I'm her medical power of attorney, but I only have rights to say something when she's not able or she's incapacitated. So there's nothing that I mean, what do you want me to do?" And the lady said, well, "You want me to call the police?" I said, "Hell no! Why would you call the police on my mom? She ain't commit no crime just because she." The lady was so frazzled, she didn't know what to do. She actually asked me, should she call the police? Oh, and tell them what? You can't force, no care on nobody. It was crazy, honey. So that's that is the my mom is a trip. Sometimes I'll be like, dang. But that was funny. I just wanted to come and share. That's kind of an icebreaker for the night. Dang, I've been talking for 52 minutes. Ooh, that's crazy. 52 damn minutes already. So anyway, I just wanted that's my little story time. How have you guys been doing? Plus, I wanted to get up here and kick it with y'all and you know, hang out a little bit, see what's been going on. I ain't been on these YouTube streets, hardly. I caught one live today. That was ZX. I called ZX's live, a little bit of it, and I hit his link. I didn't even know what he was talking about. Um, I didn't even know what he was talking about, honey. But I hit the link that that y'all know that's my thing. I'm hitting links just to keep them in their feelings. But anyway, come on, y'all, tell me something juicy. What's going on? What's going on? Fedora said a 52-minute icebreaker. Fedora, welcome to my world. Okay. Actually, that wasn't no icebreaker. Actually, that I guess that was the whole commentary. Actually, that was just my story time. That's what it was. A 52-minute icebreaker. Y'all is crazy. Plus, I just wanted to talk to y'all for a little while. You know, and I wanted to do that story time. So, what y'all think about that story? Give me some feedback. What y'all think about the story? Should I do more story times or focus on some other kind of content? Because I'm trying to get you know fill my channel out, and it's going to be a variety of things going on. You know, I ain't no one trick pony, but I definitely want to cater to my audience. Hey, V Lenore. So I just like to get y'all feedback on where y'all oh, you love stories? Okay. I like stories too. That's what made me just, I was like, I got, and plus I wanted to tell y'all that story, story time. But um so y'all say ain't nothing going on unless you want to go with Brian and what happened with Brian and Jay Wilson? Hmm. My mom Fedora, she's doing a lot. She's doing good now. She had been sick for a while. She actually unfortunately had to have her toes amputated uh 2 month 2 months ago from a blood clot in her leg. Hey, Miss Tawana. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm on this new computer and the dang on comments go up so fast. Thank you, Pine. You jump right over me to my girl V Lenore. What do you mean? I spoke to V and didn't speak to you? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry. You know y'all all my babes. Um, oh Valerie, yeah, that flagging thing. Right? Ain't that some weak stuff? Like if you have a legitimate reason to flag somebody and they violate, I mean, but just to be like a campaign, a hate campaign where you getting a hit squad, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't like that because at the end of the day, we all black people, at least where we at right here, we all black people, and those of us that are trying to create a platform for ourselves and generate an income plus, engage a little social engagement and which these videos help me just as much as they help y'all for watching, and I think that any just for some roast gags and drags because you don't like somebody, that's no reason. That's some foul stuff. That's no reason to try to take somebody down. Brian got harassed at a health spa and told his story, and Weasel took the story and dragged Brian. Yeah, girl. No, you can't never last being spiteful. V Lenore, I think it was on GFTV said that he had some information that Kimmy had recruited a 10 person or something. I don't know the number. It might be 10 or it might be less. Hit squad flagging team to flag people that she don't like. Now, mind you, Kimmy is the same one that says that peace love is her mortal enemy or some shit like that. And that shit right there is enough for me because ain't none of y'all on here gonna take me to the point where I'm gonna call y'all my mortal enemy. I'll log off this thing first. I'll log off this app before I let somebody drive me to the point where I'm saying I hate a total stranger. I don't like to dwell in that kind of space. I don't like to, my energy's not like that. Like I'm just as, you know, I ain't perfect. I do my thing. I can get ratchet, ghetto. Y'all didn't heard me cussing the last few days. So y'all already know. But I'm multifaceted. Strong, professional black woman that don't mind putting you in your place. That's what I is. But when you do things out of vindictiveness, it never prospers. It never prospers. I'm just shocked I'm hoping that it's just the rumor. But now I'm hoping it's just a rumor. I like to think that she ain't really doing that. Um, but considering the tapes and the things she had going on with VS, with ZX, with ZX, I absolutely believe that's something that she would be involved in because ZX kind of showed her how to do it and gave her the idea, the flag teams and stuff. Remember that we heard the videos of her saying that she could set up the emails and they just needed the people and all that. So that's not out of her realm to do. But I really would hate for her sake, really, not for the people's sake that she's going after. Because even if she does, you know, strike somebody or get it, that's only temporary. That person will bounce back because evil never prospers. Evil can't win over good. Even if evil might win the battle, but good sure enough win the war. Period. You ain't gonna get far. It might look like you getting far, but your life's gonna suck, and karma's gonna come back to pay you back. Period. So I like to think that this is not true about Kimmy. You know, her being shady to to fight and this that, and the third. That's one thing because I'm thinking, she was just clout chasing. She was just trying to do what she could do to get her shit popping and blah 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 blah. But no, it didn't work out. But this right here, you got a flag team for people. Ain't nobody did nothing to Kimmy to make her want to affect somebody's livelihood or their channel. Ain't nobody threatened to come to her house, and ain't nobody called that type of stuff. They just roasting, dragging, and gagging her. That's what they doing, and that's the part that makes her want to do all of this. Why are you in this sector? Why are you engaging with these kind of people if you can't? Um, why are you engaging with these kind of people if that's not what you want? If you're so easily offended, if you think it's so wrong. Now, I'm not saying everything they do is right, but I'm saying you've been around long enough to know what it gives. And that's what I don't understand about Kimmy. If you're so sensitive, you know, go you don't have to be over here. You can still be a content creator and be in, what's more of the brand you were trying to portray. It probably would do her better just to switch sectors. Start tagging her videos differently, leave this beef shit alone. And because it's like everybody already seen the hand that she's playing, really, already. I'm sure she has a solid following enough that she'll be okay. But you can't throw rocks and hide your hands. It don't work like that. Yeah. I've been knowing that. I've been knowing she was up. She was snakish, but I thought, you know, not to justify any of that, but I thought it was you know, for obvious reasons to help build her channel. But this whole I want to flag and take down everybody because they're talking about her thing, that don't make sense to me. You're in a whole sector and you loved it because she said over there on Pettyville for how long? She literally was in the group called Pettyville. They talked about everybody. You know, make it make sense. Make that make sense. Cause I'm confused. Yes, Valley, the benefit of the doubt, but not malicious intent. Right. Hey, Luciana, thanks for coming in, babe. I just did a little story time about my mom and her antics and escaping the hospitals and stuff like that. You can catch the after the live, catch the replay, to get that story. And right now we're just talking about what's going on. I haven't been I seen grown folks' thing, but I haven't seen anything else on YouTube today. So we just chopping it up. Yeah, y'all know how we do it over here. We come over here and talk about what we want to talk about because it's the only place we really can go and feel comfortable. Well, at least that's what I think. And I hope you ladies feel comfortable over here. You know, and we don't bar none, honey. It's the quiet before the storm. You feel me? And I think it's important that we need a place where we can come and voice our opinions and our, even like the after show type of thing because they talk everywhere, but we don't never have anywhere to go to express ourselves in terms of anything really. Because if you, especially in the sector that we're watching, unfortunately, I don't know. Some people can. Yeah, this is our little hideout over here. I mean, except for V Lenore, she's classy. Hey V, V can co-mingle with everybody, I guess. V know everybody. I can't go nowhere though, because they hate me. And some of them I don't know. And at this point, they probably wouldn't welcome me because I had not previously formed a relationship. What is that? Oh, I could have got up and
Okay.
butter.
There's butter on it. You don't want butter?
Yeah, I wanted butter. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, my husband just brought me my dinner, y'all. Sorry, hold up. Sorry about that. I am having steamed broccoli, ribeye steak, and a baked potato. I worked today hard. My husband's so sweet. And when I work, I don't have to worry about nothing. I wasn't lying to you, Reed, whenever I said that. I meant that. Yeah, we got a little hideout, Luciano. We can come and pop our shit. Fuck them. We ain't barring none either. Hell with them delusional ass people. Oh, thank you. Mm-mm. At least I'm not. At least I'm not. And I dare any one of them to jump. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, V. I'm trying to get the update. Yes, and I don't eat red meat, but when I did, that was my fave. Okay. Something about Dory doing K2. Dory picked Mimi chicken. Oh. Oh, I think I did see something like that. I think I seen a video where Mimi was is that was just recently, right? Dory decided to go off on Mimi. Yeah, that's right, Miss Tawana. If you gotta go, I don't even have a globe, and I can't go nowhere. But the reason why I didn't get the globe was because, like I said, I have my own channel, and I was in the process of, trying to build my own brand. But I'm still very much, Bay Nation. but that's a different thing. You see what I'm saying? Babe Nation in the B sector, that's Five Babes lane. My channel is gonna be in my lane. So you know what I'm saying? I support her in her lane. So when I'm over in the B sector doing all that, I'm Babe Nation. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? I'm my own brand. Anyway, because honey, YouTube is huge. The world is big. It's way bigger than this small pocket of uh, you know, people that commingle around here. You see, I have Fedora a gun. I haven't seen much today other than Brian garnishing a gun, but I don't a gun. It ain't too many of y'all in here. Anybody want to co-host? Well, everybody's saying they haven't seen anything. Be dang, you about to eat? I'm about to eat too. I thought we was gonna get some juice. Child, that globe don't matter. I don't have a globe, but everyone knows I'm Babe Nation, right? Who knows the Dory story? Was that you, Fedora? Who? Who you talking about? Wait a minute. I'm missing comments, yo. Oh, you talking about Mona? I'm a couponista too now. Mr. You a couponista? Mr. Wanna, are you saying that that's our name? Is that going to be our name? Are you saying you a couponista referring to my channel? Shit, Fedora, you said apparently he garnished the gun when the dude put hands on him. He put hands on him. He should have used that damn gun. Miss Tawana, when you said you are a couponista now, were you referring that you were a part of this channel as well? Oh, okay. That I was just clarifying. That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were saying. But girl, y'all know I'll be behind the ding on comments. Yeah. So B Lenore named us couponistas. All right, we'll take a poll since it's us only in here. And unfortunately, whoever wasn't in here, they'll just have to go with it if that's what we decide. Okay. So, y'all ladies in the chat, it's 11 people in the room right now. Couponistas. Coupon Therapy is the channel name. Couponistas for the chat / brand name. Um, so What do we think about Cupanistas? Who said Cupanistas was Miss Sandy B, I think. Miss Sandy. If I'm not mistaken, it was Miss Sandy. Miss Sandy B is the one who first said Cupanistas. Yeah, yeah, Mona, listen, that Mona and Dory thing is like I can't listen. You know what baffles me? I can't believe. Listen, 5A and uh uh QB are the only two that really recognize that Dory really is mentally ill, and even for shits and giggles, like you know what I'm saying? Because like even when Dory recently came back, 5A wasn't really entertaining Dory like that. It was just like she was being cordial. She in the chat. Oh, okay, cool. You know, it is what it is. But it ain't like, but she never wasn't taking Dory seriously. I can't believe, especially I can understand in the beginning, she may have been, had some people fooled and everything. But once things became clear that this lady is a mental nutcase, I don't understand why these content creators are still even playing with Dory. Valerie gave a suggestion. What was your suggestion, Valerie? Right. Yeah. And then even with QB, like she came on masquerade as one thing. Honey, the minute QB realized Dory was a nutcase, he ain't look back. The rest of these motherfuckers, they keep playing with her. Pastor, all of them. Like this girl is sane. She's insane. Oh, okay. Valerie said Clippers. Clippers for coupon Clippers. Um, yeah, we have to see. Fedora and V Lenora, we not this weekend. What's day? Monday. So I work this Saturday and Sunday. But the next Saturday and Sunday I am off. And V Lenore said that it's best, to meet on the week that she has to, it'd be better for her on the weekend because I'm free sometimes on the weekend or the weekday. So I was thinking not this weekend, but next weekend we can plan, to do our thing, our and grab a bite to eat or whatever, and go on and do what we said we were gonna do. How do you feel about that? Ah, she said she's a renegade, Babe Nation, Cupanistas, V style makers. Oh, okay. So V Lenore, yours is the V style makers. Cupanistas. I like Cupanistas. I like that. Shout out to Miss Sandy B. I think I like that one. I think we're gonna go with Cupanistas. I think. What do y'all think? Oh shoot, I had myself muted. Yeah, shout out to Sandy B. A little bit. It ain't yeah. It could have. You had two of them in there. Yeah, you would have had to put it on like 14 minutes. It take like 10 minutes for one big one. Well, that's okay. Yeah. So couponistas. That's our tentative name. Unless something changes, which I don't think it is, because I'm still thinking. But I think couponistas is I want it has to be something that's catchy and that'll flow. You know what I mean? Somebody, I think her daughter, somebody has said, no, not her daughter, maybe Apple. Somebody has said therapist, but I'm gonna just make that a segment on the channel because I'm coupon therapy. I'm gonna make the therapy a segment, a part of the show where I can dish out advice, open the call line, have people call in. You know what I'm saying? State different things, and it's the internet, so you can call in anonymously, and we can talk about it, and I can uh you know, walk them through. I do have a life coach certification, even though I'm not using it anymore. I, so that can be the therapy part. Not to mention, on top of the fact, like I said, we always dropping nuggets. We're an intelligent group over here, so we're always it's always a good time. You know what I'm saying? We always dropping knowledge. Uh, if Absol's in the clouds, you are a couponista. I thought they said that her husband left her and she got a boyfriend and he left her. Yeah, what happened? And that was so crazy about Dory. Why did her husband? You know what I'm saying? Because last thing I knew about. Remember when her husband came on and was going off on everybody about Dory right after she exposed that she had gave out all that money, and he's supposed to be a minister or something like that. I wonder what the real deal is. Where do y'all think Dory got all that money from? I don't think she gave out $100,000, but I know she gave out a nice amount. So what's the highest that y'all heard Dory gave one person? That was like confirmed. What's the highest amount that y'all heard Dory gave somebody? Anybody know the amount of money that Dory gave to one particular person? Have y'all heard? I haven't. I'll be so confused. It's crazy. Because I thought she was still married to the damn minister. Oh, okay. Fedora says she's tuned out. She don't believe nothing. But Fedora, it's content creators that admitted that she was sending them some money. So I don't know how much, but at least there has to be some truth to that she did give them something. Yeah, I don't think I never believed that Dory didn't get paid for Nika Steve. You know the one who I think got the most money out of her, and I don't see her anymore. And is that Detroit lady, Lady Detroit? I don't think she's around no more. If she is, I don't know where she at. But I only heard when her and Lady Detroit and Nika, or I don't know who was Nika. Lady Detroit was into it with somebody, and Dory's name kept coming up, and that's when the money came up. And come to find out, um, yeah, Lady Detroit. I think she got thousands. Didn't somebody get $10,000? Did somebody get $10,000? I think what happened was she probably her husband probably left her because he realized, he's a minister and that's a nonprofit. She was taking the church's money and sending it as charity to the people on YouTube. Mm, okay. Yeah, they probably did write it off on their taxes as a donation, but Dory was doing it for different reasons. The people that she was donating to were not charity cases. No, I ain't talking about Limpy False. I'm talking about Lady Detroit. Her old husband was a pastor too. Y'all don't remember him coming on live, come on either on somebody's channel or something, talking about his wife that was sick. Like, I'm talking about medically and that. I don't know. Yeah, listen, I thought it was the same person too. Until now, I'm figuring out that she has a boyfriend now and that she's supposedly divorced or separated from the other guy. Mm, yeah. So, and I'm telling you, it might have been a certain amount of charity, but that Dory probably messed up her first husband's organization, giving away all that money. How could he have been, using the money, the grant money and stuff that he gets as a 501c3 uh, organization for people in the community and for the right thing if she's spending thousands of dollars on random people on YouTube? Mm. Dory and her old man running the scam. Dory said they were separated. The old man or the new man? Are you saying that it ain't no new man? It's the same man, and she's acting like it's new man. Oh, the new man. I believe that is his name Rolex? Ain't that what she be calling him? Any motherfucker named Rolex is a scammer. Any man. Well, then what's wrong with him? Why won't he get his crazy ass wife? But even the new man, because whether she's running a scam or not, whether she was taking the money out of the 501c and they was doing it. Listen, it does not. That ain't got nothing to do with the fact that Dory is Looney Tunes. She got probably uh I ain't no psychiatrist or whatever. But I'm thinking she got a personality disorder. She got all kind of stuff. She has delusions of grandeur. All the shit she make up, she ain't doing none of what she talking about. Lawyers and all this shit. Hmm. Dory was in an abusive relationship with the pastor. Yeah, she is broke because the money she was sending wasn't hers. They her husband or whoever, whatever they had going on, it was a nonprofit. They had nonprofit organization money, and that's what she was doing, and that's why she came up here with that old. And she might even. I'm starting to think she believes it. I know somebody like Dory. They got schizophrenia. Mm. Dora and Mona are together. I guess her husband don't mind. That's how you know it probably is a scammer. He might be scamming Dory for what little benefit he can get out of her, knowing she's crazy. Because he gotta know any sane person that be around Dory and listen to all these fantabulous things she say got going on, know that the girl's crazy. December, baby. Right. And so what's up with Mona? I ain't never seen Mona Simone. Have anybody ever seen Mona Simone's face? Is she pretty? Is she in a wheelchair? Can she walk? Is she disabled or she just temporarily disabled? Oh, Mona's nice looking? Okay. Yeah, I know I had heard on Tasha K's oh no, on Conscious TV, Tasha K had said that her and Mona was on a panel and she was talking about how Tasha K said her neighbor down in Atlanta at one time was dating Mona. Oh, is that okay? Yeah. Oh, she was live on camera yesterday? Yeah. Ain't no way that man is cool with her, having no internet romance with Mona. Like they gonna have a threesome. Ain't gonna be no threesome because I don't think Mona rock like that, right? I don't think Mona want no peen. Although she said something about her, I think I heard her say she was pansexual. I don't know what pansexual means, but I don't know if that includes her getting some dick or not, or nah. Okay, I don't know, but I damn sure know that she likes a woman. Right. Mona's old lady. I thought Mona don't have no old lady no more. Really? They some weird ass motherfuckers. Then the they weird as hell for that shit. Yeah, I ain't entertaining that shit. I've had a couple schizophrenic friends in real life, so I just don't want to be bothered with it on the internet. Like it's only so much. Like Dory morphs to whatever the situation is. Whoever she need to be cool with is in the spotlight at the time. Whatever narrative is going on, that's the one she's gonna go with. And I just that's a sign of severe mental illness. Who? Um, Drunk Lady Riri shouted out who? Mona Simone or Diamond Dory? Never mind. Honey, that Reed is pitiful. She's still making videos about Five Babe Nation, Five Babe's friend. And like this old Inspector Gadget ass, bifocal wearing ass, rotten mouth ass bitch. It don't make no sense. Child, she ain't got nothing. She got something wrong with that motherfucker too. Mm-mm. That don't make no sense. Every move somebody make, child. Well, I know, but you know what I'm saying? They say, sorry, that they just caught Dory at a bad angle. You know what I'm saying? That there's some pictures out there of her, or when she really looks, that basically she don't look, as bad as people are portraying. I don't know, but I know Mona's a dead ass wrong. um, for playing with this mentally ill lady. And you know what I'm saying? And all of us, a lot of us may have some kind of problem, depression, anxiety, but I'm talking about this lady has a severe mental illness, like bipolar of uh, something, schizoaffective disorder. It's something. She's delusional. She makes shit up, and then she believes the shit. That shit's dangerous. She thinks she got a whole lawyer hit squad, and it's one thing to be attracted to somebody, say, oh, she cool, but how does one to sit through all of that, knowing this lady is crazy? Yeah. She only found a little bit of it. If she really wanted some attention, she would be get smart about it, and she'd have been stopped talking about some this other woman that's shitting on her, and then she'd have been carving out her own space. But she ain't smart, and she damn sure ain't no hustler at all. Hmm. Yep. Read it. She keep on making videos talking about that shit. Just is ugh. Why you so invested? Remember, he has already told the entire sector how embarrassing and slow she is. Dragged her son too. Who? Let me get back up here and see who. Oh, Riri, Rick Reed. Child, yes, she gonna get exactly what she need. So, are y'all saying that Rick Reed and Riri are like cool now? Oh, okay. I'm following what y'all saying because he gave her a shout out, went to her head, huh? She don't know how ridiculous she fucking sound. I can't believe them stupid ass people that come to her chat come over there every day to hear the same about another bitch. She might as well name. She might as well name change her channel to Five Babe and Babe Nation. That should be her whole channel name, Five Babe and Babe Nation. Cause that's all the fuck you gonna hear about over there. That's it. Oh, hold on, y'all. I have to take my and put my plate up. Okay, y'all give me 1 second. Okay, like 2 minutes. I'm back, y'all. Oh. I'm back, y'all. I just finished my dinner. It was delicious. Shout out to my husband, y'all. Yes. I heard Ree been trolling 5X friend pretending to be QB and someone else I can't recall. Hey, hello, Miss Deborah. Probably about leading the blind. Why would I heard that Reed was now she got a whole conspiracy theory about 5X friend too. I'm not on that shit with that. That shit is retarded to me. Period. This girl ain't get up here and expose nothing from what I saw, and then she keeps deleting her videos. So like, why are you doing that? If you gonna put some shit out there, stand in it. I mean, I don't even get it. But she wasn't really saying nothing. She was insinuating stuff, and that's horrible. On the internet though, and because she thinks that Lady Riri has been playing in Auntie Hammy's emails. The real Auntie Hammy, because I see that I seen a message from someone like Auntie Hammy's TV or something like that on that girl's page whenever I went over there. But I was for sure that was a troll. Auntie Hammy don't know none of them people. Well, ain't no even if you do find her, Miss Tawana, every time she do a video, she privates it as soon as she ends it. So it's like 45 minutes. Two, she's done two so far, I think. But you can if you don't catch them, you just don't catch them. In that second video, I didn't catch the first one at all. In that second one, she said some like I don't even. I mean, I don't know. You can tell. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she thought she was gonna get some money, and or maybe, and then I think she's been talking to Tracy D, and then and then she feels like that when Fi came out and said something, I guess she feels like Fi has dragged her up here. So now she's playing. Now she's not saying that she wasn't. I'm not. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but her standpoint on it that Fi did her wrong, and that Fi Babe brought it to the internet. But she's never once mentioned the fact or tried to explain, and nobody even asked her why after your friend of 20 years, if y'all have a disagreement, and you know that your friend is on YouTube and a lot of people hate her and that's income for her, to contribute to her household and her business, why you as a over 20, 25 year friend would threaten to expose her to them kind of people. Like, where is your heart really? So all that I'm positive and my heart is good and God is, I don't buy that because God wouldn't condone nothing like that. Because if your friend do something to you and you talk to him about it, if you can't talk to him about it, you let it go. You give them on back to God and you keep it moving. Especially just for the fact that y'all had known each other for so long, and a little petty argument, like based on what the story we heard, cuss them out. Friends cuss each other out all the time, but to threaten, knowing Five Babe situation, and these people don't like her, that's where that I'm stuck right there. Like nothing else in that situation mattered to me. That's where I'm stuck at. But anyway, that's it. I ain't got nothing to say about it because okay, V. Don't forget the you needed to tell us, you and Fedora, if next weekend is good, is good. But we got time before then. Yeah, the beef sector's dragging her. The ex friend wrenched him up. Yeah, and she wrenched up Deidre. Uh-huh. She probably wrenched up Tracy D too. I don't know. I wasn't looking in the chat. I ain't interested in that. I just happened to see. I was just wanting to know because I didn't think it was going to happen. I'm like, this lady's not going to do this because Five Babe ain't dragged her too much, and Five Babe just was protecting herself after she threatened. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't like just a normal threat because she knows, and she's been watching Five on YouTube for a long time, so she know how these people hate her. That's almost like you smoking weed and then you get into it with your friend, best friend. Y'all have a disagreement, and then your best friend call and tell you that they about to call your job and tell them that you smoke weed so that they can drug test you. That's what I equate it to. And at that point, that means that you really, really, really want to hurt me. You know? And it ain't that serious because people can fall out. But after being friends, you have to have some kind of love for a person, even if y'all not meeting eye to eye at the time. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you want to get that dirty or do no dirty shit like that. But some people are cut like that. You know, look at all that vindictive, you know, all that vindictive stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, she did that. That girl, she did that to hurt Fi. Like she was being really, 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 really. When a person says that and they know your situation, that they're trying to cut you deep. And so I would have did the same thing if I was fine. I would have cut her completely off from that point on. You know what I'm saying? And I would have did whatever I had to do to just put it out there, and I'd be done with you. You're blocked on everything. Don't call me no more. Why would I take you back? Dumb people play around with snakes, and that's why they get bit. Because a snake will play nice for a long time, and then it'll bite you. And then your dumb ass is asking, well, why'd you bite me? I was nice to you. I was good to you. And you know what? Because I'm a snake. It's in my nature to do what I do. So it don't matter how nice you are to me or what you give me or anything. I still gonna operate in my nature and ultimately be a snake. So that's why you don't play with snakes. You know what I'm saying? It's very unfortunate. I would never want to see that. No friendship end like that. And I really, 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 really wish that she just never came on YouTube. Even if Five Babe came, because I feel like after she threatened her, because this is what I'm saying. The lady, not one time, not that I have heard. I didn't hear all the video and all the other video and all of this one either. But no one's talking about. She didn't take accountability. She never said why she would threaten to expose Fi to all these all her haters on YouTube? That's the question. Why, when y'all got into an argument after 20 something years of this being your friend, y'all having a little argument, why instead of you just leaving and saying, I'll fuck you, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Getting in your car, leaving, calming down, knowing in a little while y'all probably was gonna call each other back. Or if it was too so sad, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't want, maybe you didn't call her back for a long time. But why did you stand there and say, I'll expose you? Let something so petty like that push you to such, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You don't do that. Ain't no way you be friends with somebody that long and all of a sudden, just because of one argument, you say some shit like that. You been feeling some kind of way. Yep. So I think Fi's right. Whenever Fi was telling her story, I didn't make a judgment either way because I felt like that's her relationship to have. That's her friend. I don't get in the middle of people's personal relationships. But when you break it down and analyze it, that's exactly what it seems like it is. Because it didn't come from out of nowhere. Because you don't be friends with nobody that long. And like I said, the first time something happens, that's the first thing that come out your mouth. That's because it says out of the heart the mouth speaketh. Out of the heart the mouth speaketh. Mm-mm. Yep. Well, it's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate because yeah, I just hate to see that. I hate to see any friendship because support systems are very important in life. We're not an island. So we all need other people around us to love us, to guide us, to support us. You know, not saying that we're needy. I'm saying that's just the way God set it up. Was she? You mean on that? You talking about the picture? Oh, child. Was she? No, that's her regular face. I don't know. Maybe they caught the still shot while she was in the middle of talking or something. If you're talking about the picture that's on grown folks TV, it. Yep. Yes, Miss Valerie. Exactly. They are. And that's the crazy part. And if you're like, well, I mean, I understand what y'all saying, and it might seem a little weird that everybody's jealous of this one person, but the way it's looking, the way it's looking, because if it wasn't that way, I'm a truth teller. I can rock with somebody and like with somebody and say I like their style and still tell the truth. And that's what I do with Fi. Like I still tell the truth. If I ain't no angel, I ain't no angel. Ain't nobody gonna do things all the way perfect. But what I'm saying is my support and my friendship is not based on, no strings being attached. Like it ain't based on you having to be perfect. Long as you treat me good and keep it real with me, and overall, I dig what you stand for. That's what I'm on. Let's see, you said, but keep on fake friends can last a lifetime unless they're exposed or expose themselves. Yeah. Yep. She throws the Bible verse and then throws a jab. That's right. I ain't say she was in no accident. The accident was her motherfucking ass being born. That's when she had the accident. When she came out her mama's twat. Must have mashed her face all up. It was all the way back then. Not that I know if she ain't been in no accident. That's just the way the biscuit, droopy, dingy lip ass heifer look. Yeah. Well, Miss Valerie, jealousy it's a weird thing. It's a mind thing. Oh, you said no, no, no. I didn't say yes. I'm sorry. I probably was. Look, I made a run-on sentence. I don't know. What I was saying. Are you see truth, be truth? Are you talking about that when you ask what's wrong with Reed's face? Are you talking about a picture that you seen? And is that the picture that's on Grown Folks TV's community page? Because that's the one I was referring to. She wants to try to destroy her on here because she knows how much Babe Nation means and vice versa. Right. But that ain't gonna happen. I don't think that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And the reason it's not gonna happen is because hold on, y'all. Is because Five Babe organically built her base. And people like those that rock with Five Babe rock with her for who she is. We've seen her, and we know the ones who try to try to hold her to a double standard or expect her to be perfect in all things, because we see them fall off every time something happens, something controversial. You see they'll scatter. So them are the ones that have conditions on their support and probably would have conditions on a friendship. I'm not like that. I like my babe. I genuinely fucks with her because overall I think that what I'm saying, that's more along my speed than anything else that I see up here. So, you know, but ain't nobody gonna be perfect because hell, I'm not even perfect. But that's why you have that falling away, when things get hot. Because people think I don't know, maybe they think Five Baby is superhuman and that she's supposed to, have some type of superpower to be able to be this perfect person and do everything perfectly and right all the time. And she's doing a hell of a job at it with God's help, honey. She's doing way better than what I know I would be doing. Yeah. She is the total opposite of Five. She got another live schedule with her husband in her a picture of her and her husband in the thumbnail. So I guess she's gonna milk this out. She may I don't know if she listened to Five Babes live and was trying to see what Five Babe had said about her, and then what people were telling her on top of that. Because clearly she's gullible. Because as long as she say she been watching throughout the time, if she was truly watching and tracking, then she would know better than doing what she's doing. But hell, there's a lot of people that's been over in Babe Nation that do this dumbass shit and should know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And I ain't trying to say like, oh, we so much better than everybody else. All I'm saying is that we real about our shit. And so if for some reason I decide I don't something right or something happened and I don't want to be affiliated with Baby Nation no more, guess what? That'll be just what it is. But I damn sure ain't gonna then suddenly become cool with all the motherfuckers that I wasn't cool with when I was in Babe Nation. Cause I still don't like y'all. Yeah, I know. Hmm. She's still seeking for attention. Good night, babe. Good night. I'm gonna tell you, need to be taking my ass to bed too. I gotta work in the morning. I did not wake up. I woke up. I was sleeping so hard this morning. I didn't wake up at my usual time. I woke up a little bit later. So I had to get my coffee at work. I didn't have time to make my coffee. Playing around on this damn internet. Yep. Yes, that's right, Denise. Fi's mom helped her find some solace, and she was accepting but envious at the same time. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. You would think that, and she want to call Fi all these names and be narcissistic and this, that, and the other, but Fi has fully acknowledged her feelings throughout this whole thing, even in telling us the story. I feel like she fully acknowledged her feelings, fully acknowledged her knowing the way her friend is. But this lady ain't not one time taken anything about Five Babe's feeling or her perspective into consideration, at least not on them videos. But Five Babe is supposed to be the narcissist. Hmm. So anyway, I don't want to talk about that no more. I just came through to give y'all that little story time. I gotta go to work in the morning, so I gotta get my butt in the bed so I don't wake up late. Um, yeah. So I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm off Wednesday unless I go in. So, but I'm gonna try to come on and do a stream every day. Our do we say couponistas? I'm going to try to get our banners made up, and I'm working on an intro. Um, I'm not too tech savvy, so um, I'm gonna have to solicit some help with somebody helping me to make um an intro for the channel. I think it's gonna be dope. Thank you, Fedora. Yeah, I'll have a great day tomorrow. That's my last day for 4 days. Three, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, yeah, 3 days. Because I go back Saturday. Yeah, and she's pregnant. Right. For sure. She should definitely ain't got this to do. Mm-mm. she'd have been better off if she's that mad. She'd have been better off getting in her fucking car and driving back to Five Baby's door and cussing her out there in her face than selling her soul to these devils. But hey, that's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. Okay, guys. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed the story time. And I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do something else. And um our couponistas is what I'm thinking. I'll make a final decision soon, but I think that's what we're gonna be. So shout out to the couponistas contingently. Okay, guys. Bye, y'all. Hey, Abso. Thanks, babe, for dropping down.